Hello, dear students of English 6. Welcome to session 9 of the class, okay? We're almost getting done with the English class, with the English course. But for today, we are going to be working into another very interesting session of the class, okay? So in here, first of all, that I want to remark is that you have an important uh, field, an important matter that you need to do before to get started your session now, okay? So first of all, you need to answer, okay? You need to answer this following uh this following poly, let's say poll. And for you, we want to know how the class uh, in other words, we want to know the development, how the class have developed and in this very particular session. Okay, so in this you need to make it, and here we have different questions uh, for you to answer. Please take a look at it and answer these questions. Is very important for us to know your opinion about what do you think about this class, okay? So, but getting into session 9, and here you have a video tutorial for you, a general introduction of English 9, okay? Good afternoon, Orquídea.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay, how are you doing today?
Good teacher.
Okay, very good. Orquídea, I was explaining that before to get started our session 9, you need to answer this poll, okay? And here we have this poll, and for you to answer, okay? Antes de iniciar la sesión 9, tenemos una encuesta relacionada al desarrollo de la clase de inglés 6. Entonces, nos gustaría de manera unánime, pues que ustedes vayan respondiendo esta encuesta de acuerdo al desarrollo, desempeño de la clase. Todo está relacionado a la clase, ¿ok? Entonces, antes de iniciar la sesión 9, van a tener que responder esta encuesta relacionada a la clase. Por ejemplo, considera que esta clase está organizada de manera que ayuda a su aprendizaje, sí o no. El contenido del material de la clase tiene la suficiente calidad y claridad, calidad y claridad para ser entendido y puesto en práctica. Siempre, casi siempre, a veces nunca. Los ejercicios, tareas y exámenes corresponden al contenido visto en la clase. Siempre, casi siempre, a veces o nunca. Las instrucciones en las tareas y ejercicios de la clase han sido claras y concisas, sí o no. Cómo cataloga el nivel de complejidad de las tareas y ejercicios de la clase: alto, medio, bajo, nulo. Recibe retroalimentación del docente después de enviar tareas o preguntas abiertas. Cómo evalúa la calidad de las sesiones sincrónicas, en este caso nuestras sesiones Zoom, con el docente: excelente, bueno, regular, malo, muy malo. Cómo cataloga la comunicación con su docente para el desarrollo efectivo de la clase: excelente, bueno, regular, malo, muy malo. Del 1 al 5, cómo califica al docente en cuanto a su experiencia, conocimiento y profesionalismo en la clase, siendo 5 excelente y 1 muy bajo. Del 1 al 5, califique la atención recibida por el docente, igual, siendo 5 excelente y 1 muy bajo. El docente estimula la motivación e interés por la materia, Siempre, casi siempre, a veces. Y acá una pregunta abierta. ¿Qué consejo le daría a su docente para mejorar esta clase? ¿Ok? Entonces, por favor, hay que llenar esta encuesta antes de comenzar a trabajar en la sesión 9 de nuestra clase. ¿Ok? So,
Okay, teacher.
thank you. Thank you. So, now getting into our session, we are going to get started with the introductory video about Unit 9. We are going to be working on nonverbal communications or gestures, okay? So in here, we have a practice exercise about what does that mean, okay? For you to practice, and as well you are going to complete the sentences. um, this is going to be evaluated, and this goes for 3 points, okay? And here we have a video about common nonverbal communications in English, okay, for you to take a look.
No listen, teacher.
Okay, okay, so you can watch it completely from your account. This is only for you to take a look at it, okay? I know probably you cannot listen to it, uh, but now we are going to be talking about gestures, okay? You know, communications could be verbal and non-verbal. In this case, we're going to be working on non-verbal communications, specifically about gestures. And non-verbal communications, a gesture is a form of non-verbal communication or non-vocal communication in which visible bodily actions communicate particular messages either in place of or in conjunction with speech, okay? Gestures include movement of the hands, face, of, or other parts of the body. And here we have some examples of gestures communications. Number 1, thumbs up. Number 2, thumbs down. Number 3, come here. Number 4, okay. Number 5, fingers crossed. Number 5, one finger up. Number 7, stop. Number 8, time out or time is over. Number 9, clap. Number 10, quiet. Number 11, point. And number 12, handshake. Okay, so nonverbal communications, it's about gestures, and gesture could include movement of the hands, face, or other parts of the body. Okay, are you clear with this?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now we are going to make our practice exercise. What does that mean? Okay, now we are going to get started our practice exercise. Look at the picture shown before and match the phrases in the box with gestures. Okay, okay, okay. Number 2. Okay, okay, in here. What do you think number 2 refers to? What do you think? Number 2, what does it refer? What do you think about people in the image? Number 2, what does it refer to?
We
Casi
need
no.
help.
We need help. Okay. We need help. We need help. Okay. Number 3, what do you think it refers to? Number 3.
Stop.
Stop. Okay. Okay, stop. Let me, okay, we need help will be, we need help will be D. Will be D. Okay. Number 3 is stop. And this will be, stop will be number, letter A, sorry. Letter A. What number 4 refers to? Number 4. What number 4 refers to, guys? Image number 4, what does it refer to?
We need a taxi.
We need a taxi, okay. We need a taxi. In this case is, we need a taxi is letter C. Letter C. And image 5, what does it refer to? Guys?
We needed. No, I went to bus.
I want to turn. Okay.
Ay, no, no miro bien.
I want to turn. In this case will be letter, let me see, letter B. Letter B. Letter B. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take a look at it. Okay, so in here we have, we need help D, stop A, we need a taxi C, and I want to turn B. Okay, remember this is a practice exercise. Very good job. Now in here you have an exercise that is going to be evaluated, and then you need to complete the sentences. And this exercise goes for 3 points, but you need to do it by yourself, okay?
Teacher,
Yes.
ahí en esa prueba,
And this one.
hay dice que ahí salen las palabras, ¿verdad? Con los que
Yeah.
vamos a completar. Lo que no entiendo es que siempre le vamos a agregar IND o ED.
Okay. Complete the sentences using the correct form of the verbs. I got stuck behind a really short bus on a narrow road. I felt. Ok. Recordemos, acá van a escoger un adjetivo. Puede ser en participio presente o el participio, perdón, ed, o puede ser con terminación ing, de acuerdo al contexto. Recordemos que utilizamos los adjetivos ed ¿para qué? Recordemos la sesión.
Para describir una cosa.
Para describir a una persona o un objeto. Y utilizamos los adjetivos ing, ¿para qué?
Para describir, creo que.
A ver, ok. Los ing, los adjetivos ing los utilizamos para referirnos a algo, a alguna persona. El adjetivo en ed lo utilizamos para describir describir nuestros sentimientos a una persona o un objeto. Entonces, por contexto, decimos acá, I got stuck behind a really slow bus on a narrow mountain road. I felt confusing, embarrassing, frustrated, disgusting, or exhausted.
Confused.
In this case, is exhausted. Exhausted, okay? Es por
O sea,
contexto, okay?
oh,
That,
ya, ok.
that, okay.
Siempre queda igual el verbo, teacher.
Yes, y acá van a
Oh,
escoger un adjetivo de acuerdo al contexto de la oración, según la función de los adjetivos, si es ed o ing, ¿ok?
ok, gracias.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, in here, as we have the grammar explanation already about gestures, so we were reading about it, and we say, okay, sorry. And here, today we are going to also be talking about, let me think, about modal verbs. And modal verbs, we use them to express permission, prohibition, obligation, or not obligation, so we use the modal verbs. We have can, may, could, for permission. For permission, we have can't in negative contraction, and mustn't, negative contraction as well. For obligation, we have to or must, okay, in affirmative. And we use don't have to show that there is not an obligation. We have in the present, positive and negative, okay? So when we want to express permission, prohibition, not allowing something, obligation or not obligation, we use modal verbs. For permission, we use can, may, and could, okay? Can is it's most often used to ask for or give permission, but may and could are also possible even though they are not used as often as can. For example, can I borrow a pen? You can sit there, the seat is free. Could I open the window? May I ask a question? We use for provision can't and mustn't and negative contraction are used to show that something is prohibited, not allowed. For example, you can't go into that restaurant without a tie. You can't drive in this country unless you are over 18. You mustn't use your phone in class. Can't usually gives the idea of something that is against the rules. Mustn't usually means that is the speaker who is setting the rule, okay? Setting the rule, sorry. For obligation, we use have to and must. Both of them are used to express obligation. There is a slight difference in the way that they are both used. Have to shows that the obligation comes from someone else, not the speaker. This is usually referring to a ruler or law. We have to be at the airport at least 2 hours before the flight. I have to work on Saturday. They have to wear their uniforms at school. Must shows us that the obligations come from the speaker. I must hand in my thesis by tomorrow. I really must call my parents. Here it is an example of the difference between have to and must. For example, my doctor said that I have to stop smoking or I'll risk serious problems. I have no choice. I must stop smoking. It's costing me too much money. Okay, that's your decision if you want to stop smoking. We use don't have to show that there is not an obligation. Okay, you can do something if you want, but if it is not an obligation, you don't have to wear a tie to go to that restaurant, but it will be nice. You didn't have to call for me. I could have got a taxi. Students don't have to wear uniforms to a school. Okay, and here we have a short list about modal verbs for prohibition, obligation, in present, and then we have the positive statements and negative statements. Okay, Do you have a question so far, guys?
No, teacher.
Okay, thank you. And here we have a practice exercise. Choose the correct verb for these sentences, okay? Okay, we're gonna get started our practice exercise. Uh, you mustn't or don't have to come to the meeting, but it will help us if you're there. Which one? Number one or number two?
Number 2, teacher.
Okay, thank you. I can get a connection on my phone. Can I borrow yours? Have to I borrow yours or can I borrow yours?
Can I?
Excellent, very good. Number 3, the rules say that you can only invite one guest to the club or have to only invite one guest to the club. Which one, number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Have to, teacher.
Number 2, yes, yes. Number 4, I must or have to stay on for a few hours because I rather work late today than over the weekend. Number 1 or number 2? No,
Number 1, teacher.
okay, perfect. And number 5, there's a lot of noise coming from outside. Must I close the window or could I close the window?
Cool.
Good.
2.
Okay. Now we are going to submit our answers and we're going to check if they are right or wrong. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Number 2, great. Number 3, perfect. Number 5, perfect. And number 5, sorry, perfect. That's very good. Good job, girls. Very good. Okay, then you're going to have a video about traffic signs, okay? What are important road signs for you, okay? I'm gonna take a look at it. Okay, later on you can watch it completely from your accounts. Now we're going to be moving on about traffic signs. Okay, hold that a second, please. Okay. Okay. Okay, in here as well, we're going to be focused on traffic signs or road signs. And here we have different images about the different road signs that we have. And traffic signs or road signs are signs erected at the side or about roads to give instructions to or provide information to road users. The earliest signs were simple wooden or stone milestone. Later, signs with directional arms were introduced. For example, the finger pots in the United Kingdom and their wooden counterparts in Saxony. With traffic buildings increasing since the 1930s, many countries have adopted pictorial signs or otherwise simplify and standardize their signs to overcome language barriers and enhance traffic safety. Such pictorial signs use symbols, often superlatives, in place of words and are usually based on international protocols. Such signs were first developed in Europe and had been adopted by most countries to varying degrees. Okay, so that is general information about the importance of traffic or road signs for you to get to know a little bit. And here you're going to have another practice exercise. Select the right traffic signs for each item or item. Okay, we're going to get started and select the right traffic sign for each item. Which one? At head only, no left turn, two-way traffic straight ahead, stop, or no overtaking. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5.
Number 2.
Excellent. Okay, select the right traffic sign for each item. Maximum speed limit, no U-turns, two-way traffic straight ahead, roadworks, no right turn. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5.
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. Excellent. So, okay, and here, crossroad, no overtaking, stop, no U-turns, giveaway. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
No use turn.
Okay, turns. Thank you. And then we are going to submit our answers and we are going to check them. Excellent. Very good. Perfect. Great. Okay. That was fantastic. Good try, guys. I think this is everything for this session. Okay. So if you have a question, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay. It's very important asking. Okay. Scarlett, Orquídea, do you have a question?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Is it clear everything so far?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for getting joined to our night meeting of the class. I cannot wait to see you into the next session. Okay, next session you're going to have your second partial exam. So be ready for it and good luck. And I will be sharing you the topics that are going to be evaluated. Okay. And if you have a question during that session, always remember to ask, okay? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your dedication and your hard work. And always remember my piece of advice for you guys. The more to practice, the better you get, okay? Take care. Have a great weekend and see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
teacher.
teacher.
Bye.